Hello everyone. Welcome back to Chelsea Blue Zone. We're diving into Chelsea's match against Sunderland at Stamford Bridge, and I've got to be honest, it's a tough one to swallow. We went down 2-1 at home, and despite absolutely demolishing our jugs in midweek, Sunderland were just better today. They showed exactly why they're riding high in the table, especially with how they defended for the full 90 minutes. So, let's break it all down, talk about what went wrong, and pick out a few positives from a frustrating afternoon. Coming off that Champions League masterclass, we were buzzing. You'd think we'd carry that momentum into this one, especially at home, but Sunderland came with a plan, and they executed it brilliantly. They're a well-drilled side, sitting second in the league for a reason, and their defensive shape was rock solid. Even though we played decently at times, they were just more clinical, more organised, and frankly, wanted it more. Chelsea started brightly. No question. The first 10 minutes, we were sharp, moving the ball quickly, and it paid off early. A cracking move saw Pedro Neto pick out Alejandro Garnacho with a lovely through ball, pure pace, pure quality. Garnacho takes it in his stride, slots it through the keeper's legs, and it's 1-0. Stamford Bridge is bouncing, and you're thinking, here we go, we're on for a big day. That goal came off the back of Sunderland pressing high, which left gaps for us to exploit. Robert Sanchez read it perfectly, launched a long ball to spring the attack, and we punished them. Proper transition football, like something you'd see against a top side like Liverpool or Bayern. But then, things just stalled. For the next 18 minutes or so, the game got bogged down in the midfield. Both teams were scrapping, cancelling each other out, no clear chances. It was tight, cagey, neither side could really break through. Then, out of nowhere, Sunderland equalise from a throw-in, of all things. A long throw comes in, their lad is practically unmarked at the penalty spot. No one picks him up, no one closes him down, and he nods it in, 1-1. It's a sloppy goal to concede, a proper defensive lapse. You can't leave a man that free in the box, especially not from a set piece. We've got to be tighter than that. Sunderland, to their credit, were immense for a good half hour after that. They set up so well, a 4-5-1 or 5-4-1, depending on the moment, and just suffocated us. They had a clear game plan, stay compact, press when it made sense, and hit us on the break. It wasn't flashy, but it was effective. They looked like a team that knew exactly what they were doing, and we struggled to find answers. That said, I've got to give a nod to our defence as a whole. Despite that mistake for the goal, we're looking better at the back than we did at times last season or even earlier this campaign. Trevor Chalobah and Josh Achimpong, in particular, stood out. Both are young, still growing, but you can see the improvement. Chalobah's reading of the game was solid for the most part, and Josh, once again, showed why he's got such a bright future. His carrying the ball forward, making smart challenges, proper centre-back material with bags of potential. After Sunderland's goal, though, our attack just lost its edge. Those first 10 minutes, we were incisive, dangerous. Post-goal, we went flat. Couldn't find that same spark, couldn't break through their midfield block. Just passing for the sake of it without creating anything meaningful. That was the story of the first half. We went in level, but it felt like we'd let them back into it. Second half, we came out firing again, trying to regain control. Maresca made a big call, hooking Garnacho, who, despite his tidy goal, didn't do much else. He wasn't a threat on the left, kept trying the same cut back or cross, and it wasn't working. In comes Estevor William, fresh off his unreal performance against Ajax. And let me tell you, the kid changed things. We started playing more through the right, where Pedro Neto had been struggling to make an impact. Estevor William brought that flair, that unpredictability, dribbling past players, linking up, creating space. He's only 18, but he's got this natural ability to unlock defenses. You could see the difference straight away, with us getting into better areas down that flank. Sunderland, though, they barely flinched. Their defense is like a brick wall, so well organised, never losing shape, no matter how much we pushed. It's mad how teams like this, with a proper defensive setup, just shut us down. Our attack becomes toothless. We get to the final third, and it's always the same story. One pass too many, one touch too heavy, or a shot that's straight at the keeper. I swear, their keeper could have had a cup of tea out there. Every shot we took was tame, straight at him, no stretching, no diving required. It's frustrating because we see it too often with this Chelsea side. We dominate possession, get into decent spots, but that final ball or finish. Missing, always missing. We had maybe 16 shots, but was lower than theirs, and their keeper didn't have to make a single proper save. That tells you everything. Up top, Mark Guiu barely got a sniff. He's a young lad, so he needs service, proper chances created for him. 2 shots all game? That's not enough. The wingers, Neto and Garnacho, were predictable, always looking for the same move, spamming crosses or cutbacks without mixing it up. No combinations, no clever link-up play. It's like they're stuck on one button, no variation. Estevor Williams the only one who can do a bit of everything, dribble, pass, shoot, create, but he can't do it all alone. Then, the killer blow. Late in the game, we're pushing for a winner, throwing bodies forward, and Sunderland hit us on the counter. One quick break, and we're exposed. Dawson, who'd come on for Josh Achimpong, gets caught out. Josh had been our quickest, most informed centre-back, carrying the ball, making last-ditch tackles. He was immense. So why sub him off when we're chasing the game? Dawson's slower, less comfortable in those 1v1 moments, and it shows. Sunderland's player is played through, unmarked, and slots it past Sanchez. 2-1 game over. I couldn't believe it. Stamford Bridge falls silent. Sunderland fans going mental. They're second in the league now, 3 points above us, and we're slipping down the table with the game week still to finish. Look, I thought we'd win this one. Playing at home, off the back of that Ajax performance, I was convinced we'd have too much for them. Sunderland are in great form, no doubt, but this was our patch. We should have been able to break them down. Maresca's got some questions to answer here. Starting Garnacho over Estevor William? I don't get it. Garnacho's goal was class, but for the next 50 minutes, he was invisible, same as Neto. They're too similar, both hugging the touchline, spamming crosses without enough creativity. Estevor William should have been on from the start. He's the one winger we've got who can mix it up, drift inside, play as a 10 if needed. And the decision to take off Josh for Dawson? That backfired massively. Dawson and Chalobah as a pairing in a high line, chasing a game? That's asking for trouble. Both have had their shaky moments this season, and it showed on that counter. We needed someone with Josh's pace and composure to handle those situations. The midfield wasn't bad, mind. Caicedo was his usual self, no issues there, breaking up play, keeping things ticking. Enzo Fernandez and João Pedro, though, I didn't see enough of. They needed to step up, get into those tight spaces, unlock that low block. It didn't happen. Our fullbacks, Reece James and Mark Cucurella, tried to get forward, but even their deliveries weren't at their best. We missed that spark, that bit of nastiness at the back too. Our centre-backs, Chalobah, Dawson when he came on, they're too polite, too nice. Where's the edge? Where's the Antonio Rudiger type who'd put a striker on edge? Make them think twice. We've got a backline of gentlemen, and sometimes you need a bit of chaos, a bit of grit to unsettle teams like Sunderland. Sunderland deserve credit. Don't get me wrong. They came with a plan, stuck to it, and executed it perfectly. Pressed high early, sat deep when they needed to, and took their chances. That long throw for the equaliser? Clever. The late counter? Clinical. They didn't wow me with flair, but they didn't need to. They were just better organised, more disciplined. Meanwhile, we're out here shape-shifting. 1 minute looking like title contenders, the next like a mid-table side staring into the abyss. It's maddening. We're nearly 10 games into the season, and the table's tight. A loss like this could see us drop to mid-table by the end of the weekend. That's not good enough for a club with our resources. The lack of quality in certain areas is glaring. Our wingers, outside of Estevor William, are inconsistent. Neto and Garnacho could play for any mid-table side, Brighton, Brentford, whoever, and you wouldn't blink. They're not game changers. Guiu up top needs more help, more chances created. And at the back, we're missing that world-class presence. Chalobah and Josh are improving, but they're not there yet. Dawson's got his moments, but he's error-prone. Injuries haven't helped, no Cole Palmer, for one, but we can't keep using that as an excuse. Maresca's got to learn from this. Pick the right players, make smarter subs, and find a way to break down these low blocks. For me, Josh and Estevor William get the plaudits, but too many others didn't show up. Looking ahead, we've got Wolves in the League Cup next, then Tottenham in the Premier League. Both are huge games, and we need a response. I'll be dropping previews for both on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell, and join us for the watch-alongs. We're not going to war over this loss, we're not packing up and going home, but we need to stop these slip-ups. Sunderland came, emptied our pockets, and walked away with the points. Let's not let Tottenham do the same. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Who impressed you? Who let us down? See you soon. Bye.